Good evening, everyone. Today is day number 9 of my 10 days challenge. So I'm nearly at the end of it, and I have picked a topic which is quite interesting, and of course will give you a bit more of understanding of what I do and how you can help even yourself. By asking yourself some questions and answering to them. Of course, it's not like a quiz. Just sit down and write them down and answer them, and that's it. Just allow the information to come to you slowly, bit by bit, and things will start unfolding and unraveling for you. So I'm going to give you a few questions which will be really handy if you have pen and paper around you, so you can write them down. And before that, I want to talk to you about a little bit of the method which I use normally with my clients, and tell you some stories from them as well. So first of all, the method is really powerful, and most of us, we are so connected to our families, and we don't even realize sometimes when we are caught in certain traumas, because we're so used to it. We are so used to the pain. We're so used to, for example, we don't walk straight. Maybe other people can say, oh, you're not walking really straight, but you're so used to it, you don't even see it because it's so heavy on you and just make you like, not walking properly, like your body is a bit like maybe your shoulders are a bit forward or something like this. This is just a simple physical sign that it can show you that maybe you're carrying too much baggage on your shoulders or something like this. And for you it's just completely normal. You don't even notice it, you don't even see it, but other people can see it. And maybe sometimes you're caught up in a situation which repeats over and over again, and you're so used to it, and you don't realize that this is actually a sign. You don't tell yourself, oh my god, this actually wants to show me something, why it keeps on repeating. You're like, oh my god, not again, I try not to get there again, and how did I get there again? And then you start getting upset and angry, and things are not working for you. And this is an absolute sign that something, you're caught up in something, you're caught up into some story from your families. And what is really good is to know and recognize the stories in our families, the stories that they've had, the stories that we repeat, and not to be very rude and judgmental. And maybe we can ask about stories. We can say, oh, maybe grandma or mom and dad, tell me something about my family I don't know. Tell me a story, and listen carefully, listen without judgment, just ask, be open, because we're the youngest, maybe, or quite young than our parents, and we're the one who needs to be really humble, really compassion, and just accepting and be grateful for the life we've had, the life they've been passing to us, and the life that we can pass forward to the next generation. So, and maybe we already did, maybe we already have passed the life to next generations and so forth, and just accept it with gratitude and blessings. So the questions I wanted to share with you, I'm just gonna read them straight, because I get caught into stories and I try to to explain more. I'll try to explain after. If you have any questions, you can ask me. You can either write it in the comments, or you can send me a private message, but please be patient with me and give me some time, because I've been very busy and I'm struggling to answer straight away. I see your questions, I see your inquiries, but just bear with me, because I need I'm just really busy. So, but I will come back to you as soon as I can. So the first question is, what does your family mean to you? How do you feel about thinking about your family, talking about your family? Does it give you power? Does it give you pain? Is it a source of, of support, or you feel fully unsupported? The second question is, which are the stories or the story that you are talking about very difficult? So you find talking about it very difficult. So maybe it makes you upset. Maybe you don't want to share it. Maybe you are ashamed of it. Maybe it's a secret that you're trying to hide. And secret takes so much energy from us. It's just like, it's just leaking out. The energy just leaks out. The third question is, who from your family you are feeling like disgust, you don't feel good, and you just judge them all the time, or you just, oh, this person again, or something like this. The next question is, who do you feel very protected from? the next question is who from the family you don't know anything. So for example, sometimes people come and say, you know, I tell them, tell me a little bit of the story from your mom's side, and then they tell me like a very long story about this and that, and then I ask them, tell me a story from your you know, the story of your dad, story from your dad's side, and they're like, I don't know anything. It's like a white spot there. It's like a big white sheet. I don't know anything. He doesn't talk about it. He doesn't like talking about his family. And this is a sign that there's a lot of pain, a lot of things happen there. And these are the things that this is your key to resolving, you know, lots of things in your life. So, who from the family you don't know anything. Who is the black sheep in the family? You know, black sheep comes here for a purpose. So their purpose is actually to heal the family. Their purpose is to show a different way of living. They are very rebellious, you know, but it's very important not to be caught up in this rebellious energy, because, you know, sometimes we can just run away from the family, live a different life, and then we spend our whole life of running away from something that we don't even know what from. So who is the black sheep in the family? And just remember that the black sheeps are the healers in the family. Maybe you're the black sheep. Maybe you're the one who is going to live in a different way. Maybe you have bigger karma than the other members of your family. But everybody has. I can't even say bigger or smaller. There's no such thing. But you know. This is an opportunity for you to live differently than everybody else in your generation. You're gonna change the story. You're gonna, you know, somehow break the rules. You're gonna just live a bit of a better life than they had. So who is being kept in a secret? Who from what member of the family is not, people don't talk about, you know, and even if you ask, you're not being answered, and you know, it just kept in a secretive form, or maybe like you're even afraid to ask, or maybe they talk about this person really bad. So then we have, what is the power in your family, what is the weakness in your family, and what is your own superpower? What do you think what is your own superpower? Okay, then is what are the women, how are the female in your family, right? Like, are they drama queens? Are they very emotional? Are they very strict? Are they very cold? Are they very passive? Are they very loving, compassion, empathetic, ambitious? Are they very unstable? Are they very aggressive? Are they very controlling? Are they very, you know, maybe they're really good mothers, they're really good wives, they're very supportive to each other. All the women or in your family, maybe they support each other, you know, they do things for each other, they stick together. And then what are the men in your family? Like, are they even there? Are they available? Are they always busy? Are they very controlling? Are they very quiet? And maybe the woman is more controlling. Then we have, are they victim? Are they weak? What are the men in your family? Hello, Svetla. Thank you for the hearts. And then the next question is, how do you feel? How does the children in your family feel? Is there room for children? Because very often, you know, the people are like, oh, I can't wait for this child to grow up, and there's no room for being a child. There's no room for laughter. There's no room for play. There's no room for joy. You need to be serious. You need to be strict. You need to be quiet. You know, you need to listen to the rules. Your opinion, you know, the opinion of the child doesn't matter, and things like that. How does your inner child feel like in your family? So, were you a wanted child or weren't? So did your parents wanted you, or like, you know, or you happened by accident? Also, it's good to ask for abortions, you know, miscarriages, stillbirth, and children who died at a very, very young age. So be very careful about asking about abortions and these things, because you need to ask with compassion, you need to ask with love. You cannot judge, it's a fact. And you know, it's good to know, in order to, for the hierarchy to be kept, in order to, you know, to know who, what number of your family you're from, because like what number in your family are you, because sometimes you don't know, and maybe there was a child before you and you think you're the first child, but you're actually the second, and that could put too much weight on you, and it can cost you some troubles. Not always, not always, but sometimes it happens. And then also when there were abortions in a couple, very often after that the couples, they separate when the child doesn't come anymore, and then they separate. So that can also affect the couple. So that's why, as children to our parents, it's we need to be very careful by asking these questions, because this is a bit like going a bit further into their personal life. So I will leave it to you to decide whether you want to ask your parents, or if you can ask them or not, if they're more open or not. Maybe it's still a big trauma, maybe it's still very painful for them, you know. So just be very, very careful. And I just want to share a story. With constellation, they're a bit like magic. I don't want to say a big word, because I don't want to make people expect too much, because sometimes it works, sometimes it works after a while, sometimes it doesn't bring you know, like an instant result, doesn't bring a big and significant result, and sometimes it's a very big and significant result, and it can does magic in a way, but not always. So I've had a client which she came to me, and she was loyal to a very sad situation which happened in her family. So her father has you know, by accident, it happened an accident. So he did something, and then he got out of it, like without being you know, like he came out without paying anything or anything like that. And then she was really loyal to that situation, and then she came to me for a session, and we did it. And after that, everything in her life started flowing, because we unblocked the blocked situation, like we unblocked the blockage. You know, she had some health issues, and that got resolved. She couldn't pass a test, which she was trying to several times, like 7 or 8 times. And a month ago, she sent me a message that she passed the test. And I was like, amazing. Then she found a boyfriend. You know, everything in her life start flowing. And also she found a better paid job. You know, she was looking for it, and she was so happy and so excited. Another story I've had, so it was this lady. She came to me, and her parents separated when she was very little, so she haven't seen her father since. So it's been a very, very long time. So her father had another family and everything, and then she lived with her. She used to live with her mother back home, but obviously she went to another country, and then so she came to me for a session. And then I said to her, you need to connect to your dad, you need to connect him, like you need to call him or just text him or something. She's like, oh my god, how I'm gonna find his contact, how I'm gonna say whatever if he rejects me again, and things like that. And I was like, I'm sure you're gonna find a way, you're gonna find his number, you're gonna be fine. And then she's supposed to come 2 weeks after, and then she canceled, and she said, oh, I'm gonna come, you know, the week after. And I was like, okay. And then she said, you know, so when she came, she told me that she wanted to come the week after, because actually something happened. And I was like, what happened? And she said that she went to another city to because she was sent from her work to another city. So, and there she met the husband of her sister, because her father made another family, and obviously she had a half sister. So because she knows Facebook and everything, so she knows who they are. So she saw him, and she said to him, you know, that your wife is actually my second, like not second, is my half sister. And you know, they spoke to each other, they met each other and everything. The sister had no clue that she has a half sister somewhere. She had no clue that her father had another family somewhere before actually she met before actually he met his wife, his current wife, and it was a shock for her. But obviously it was a very good thing for my client, because instead of her contacting her father had contacted her. They improved their relationship, and actually they arranged to go and see each other, and the relationship has been improved. So these kind of things, they're happening, and it's because when we don't when we keep on to the trauma. For example, she had this trauma, she was keeping on to the old feeling and everything, but now it wasn't such a big thing, it wasn't such a bad thing that she would imagine. The father wasn't rejecting as much, because when she was a child he rejected, and that's how she took it, as a rejection. Things can go even deeper. This is just a little story to give you an idea what does it mean, how it is, and and how can impact people's lives. So I hope these videos are very helpful for you. Please share them. Let other people have a better understanding of their family, a better acceptance. And I always wish and I always hope that we're gonna have a better world. Things are happening, but let's shift something. Let's shift some energy. Let's raise our vibration. I hope you watch my other videos, because I'm doing this challenge, and I'm sure that all of the information I'm sharing with you is really, really helpful, and will give you will start make you think in a different way and see life in a different way. And you might have some breakthroughs as well, because I have amazing meditations in the other videos as well, so I highly recommend you to watch them. Thank you very much for being with me tonight and in these days. So share the video, and whoever shares the videos the most is going to win a free session with me. So you need to share all of the videos until tomorrow, and then you will be able to win a free session. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.